Okie dokie. Alrighty, folks. I think we're just about ready to get things rolling today. Let's go ahead and start things off. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of my series of Come Hang Out live streams where we just kind of hang out and talk about whatever comes to mind. Today is episode number 75, and the date today is currently... what day is it? February 10th, 2022. Welcome, everybody. Before we get any further into today's stream, let's go over our streaming schedule as we normally do. Where is it? There it is. There's our streaming schedule. We stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time. And as always, I will provide you guys with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab as per usual. So yeah, one thing that you might notice about the streams now is that we actually have titles for all of them, which I probably should have been doing a long time ago, if I'm being honest. A couple of you guys suggested that we should call the actual streams by the actual episode titles that associate with that specific number. So, you know, in today's stream, for example, episode 75 of Ninjago is the Mask of Deception. And I liked that idea a lot. So I went back and changed a lot of the titles of the previous streams, and this is what it's going to be from now on. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. Obviously, I did not want to copy and paste the exact same title. I wanted to switch things up a little bit, so every single title has a pun with the word stream or some variation on the word stream in the title somewhere. It was a lot of fun to do that yesterday, and hopefully you guys enjoy the titles moving forward. If you want to check out the titles that we have listed on the stream thus far, I'd recommend checking out the streaming playlist. So it just stopped the stream. I'm seeing it fine. I'm seeing the stream fine for me, personally. I'm not seeing any dropped frames or anything like that. My goodness, this isn't a stream exposed. Is the stream randomly stopping? I find it to be playing fine on my end. Is the audio stopping for you guys, or is it just like the pictures that are stopping? Because that's weird. I'm not seeing anything wrong on my end. Fine for you guys? Yeah, so it seems like some folks are having issues, some folks aren't. Interesting. Curious to see how that's going to work. If you guys have any other problems throughout the stream, feel free to let me know. One thing that I did do is I did change the output settings on the stream today. I did go ahead and switch that up, so hopefully we won't see any buffering in the images like we did yesterday. For some reason, my stream was trying to output at 4K, which I really don't think we need 4K Ninjago images for these streams. Do polls work again? We could try in a little bit here. We'll probably try in a few minutes, actually. Do Kahoot? Kahoot will be tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream will be Ninjago Trivia Night, so be sure to come back if you guys want to hang out for Trivia Night tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow's stream. Can't wait for the stream. Princess, yes, that will be the next episode. Where's Waffle? Waffle is... oh, she's just kind of sitting behind me. Hi, Waffle. How you doing? Yeah, 4K is excessive. I have no idea why the stream was trying to output at 4K, so I bumped it down to 1080p, and hopefully that works. That might have been why the pictures were buffering the past couple of streams, because it was trying to output itself at 4K resolution, which we don't need to see 4K Ninjago images. That's A-okay. Would I recommend My Hero Academia? I would, actually. It's a pretty good series. I would recommend reading the manga, though, as opposed to watching the anime. The manga is really good. The anime leaves out some important context from the manga, so if you want to get the full story, I'd recommend reading the manga. But the anime itself, it's not a terrible adaptation. It just kind of skips over some important stuff that may make the story feel a little bit more complete. So, yeah, I would recommend the series overall. Streamborn. Yeah, I have no idea what we're going to do for some of the upcoming episode titles. You know, trying to introduce a stream pun into there in some way, shape, or form. But, you know, Streamborn... It's a pretty good title, if I do say so myself. It's either going to be Streamborn or First Stream, but that wouldn't really make much sense. So, probably Streamborn. What time's the stream on Friday? Same time as it is today. Streams are always at the same time, 7 p.m. Central Time. So, yeah, Trivia Night tomorrow. Be there or be square. Probably going to be working on the trivia quiz here after stream wraps up today. Season 3 pictures? Sure. We could totally do... rebooted. If there's ever a point in the stream where you want to see different images, feel free to let me know, obviously. More of a Dragon Ball person. I never got into Dragon Ball personally myself. Dragon Ball was never really a big thing that I was a huge fan of. I like some of the character designs, but, you know, Is the stream going to be on any certain topics? Not really, just pretty much a casual stream today. I talked about yesterday how we might do something fun today, but ultimately I wanted to see how this stream ran in terms of like the new resolution. So I'm ultimately just preparing for trivia tomorrow. So I really want that to go well. So I'm just kind of testing it out this week, I think. Next week we'll probably do some more stuff, though. Probably get back to doing the tier lists and whatnot. Actually do something fun on the streams aside from just doing Q&A, which I know some of you guys enjoy, but, you know. What am I going to do for Never Trust a Human? You already did Never Trust a Stream. How about never stream a human? How about that? Instead of Never Trust a Stream, never stream a human. You know, just swap it around a little bit. Dead man's stream. I'm excited for that one. Then people can make the videos. TannerFishies died. Yes, I did in fact perish. How's my day going? My day's going okay. Woke up pretty late today, unfortunately. I kind of expected to get up a little earlier, but I overslept, so I didn't get a whole lot of work done. However, something cool did come in the mail today. I actually got myself an older Ninjago set. The Ninja DBX showed up at my doorstep today. So I've been kind of putting that together off and on throughout the day as well. It's a used set, so all the pieces are in one giant Ziploc bag. So unfortunately, it's going to take a little while to find and organize all the pieces and actually build the thing. But, you know, the figures are cool. As mentioned, the only catch for this set was it did not come with Choprai as a figure, but I don't really care about Choprai. I finally have the second version of Sensei Garmadon, which is fantastic, and I have the Season 4 version of White Pythor finally in my collection, and the DBX is a pretty cool set. Always wanted it, never ended up getting it, so now I finally have it, so that's the highlight of my day. Hopefully your guys' day is going well too. What are you guys up to today? Feel free to let me know. Stream 99, wasted stream. Wasted true stream. Wasted stream potential. Worst ninja suits. First thing that comes to mind is like the Hands of Time suits. I really don't like those suits. Gonna be honest, the fusion suits are really messy in my opinion. I think like Lloyd's and Cole's look fine, but like Zane's and, you know, even Jay's, I'm not a huge fan of the fusion suits, if I do say so myself. Do I know the manga or anime Death Note? I have seen a little bit of the anime. I have not read the manga for Death Note. I want to get more into that series, though. So, how much did that cost? The DBX, I paid $100 for the set used, which is a little bit more than it used to be when it was out. I think it retailed for $70 or $80 at launch, but obviously it's a couple years old at this point. When did that come out? 2015? So yeah, it's a pretty good amount of years old at this point. So $100 actually ain't that bad. You know, the figures are in good condition. The actual pieces themselves look fine from what I've seen just from digging through the bag. So, you know, it's a pretty good value to me personally. $100 for the DBX. Used, of course. After how many years of the set being retired. I thought you said DBS. No, DBX. The Destiny's Bounty X Stream or whatever. Express? Whatever the DBX stands for. Who cares? Is it better to buy Ninjago sets from Bricklink or eBay? Me personally, I've had better luck on Bricklink, personally. eBay, you get a lot of fake parts. I've had the worst time on eBay buying minifigures as opposed to Bricklink. Bricklink I like a little bit more because it's all like Lego fans, you know. Normal people will just use eBay, but Lego fans, they'll use Bricklink. So it's coming from Lego fans for Lego fans. I think that's just a tighter community, and I've had less problems on Bricklink. So if you're thinking about buying some older Ninjago stuff, I would recommend using Bricklink as opposed to eBay. Core pics. I do not have the core pictures just yet. I'll probably update the stream with the updated images for next week. So, no, unfortunately, I do not have the core pictures just yet. So, just be patient. We will get there eventually. Bricklink's shipping costs confuse me. Yeah, it's different depending on what the seller decides to ship it with. If they use like UPS or FedEx or USPS, depending on if you purchase from a seller in the States. Yeah, it just kind of depends on what the seller wants to do to ship the thing. I will say, yeah, some of these shipping costs are a little inconsistent and might drive up the price a little bit more. But, you know, I think it's worth it at the end of the day. There's definitely more value in Bricklink for me personally. JX Skylar. Don't know how to feel about that. Overlord uses pink just like the upcoming crystals. Something that I kind of talked about, or something that I thought, I suppose you could say. Speaking of the crystals in the Temple of Light, do you guys think that might have anything to do with the Crystal King? Maybe that's how he harnesses elemental power? Who's to say? We also know that, Chen had crystals that could do the same thing. Lots of crystals in Ninjago doing different crystal things. As I take a sip of my water. My opinion on Cole, Jay, and Nia. Oh, the love triangle. Ooh, okay, controversial opinion incoming. I don't think the love triangle is all that bad. A lot of people really hate Season 3 for that specific reason. The love triangle was kind of unnecessary, I will say. It also was kind of awkward in a couple of spots, but, you know, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen from Ninjago. So, there's my controversial thoughts on the love triangle. I think that Jay and Nia are better as a couple than Cole and Nia, though. That is for sure. Let's see. Thoughts on the new Elemental Master of Glass. If that were to happen, I think that would be an awesome element that Ninjago could take full advantage of. Thoughts on the Ice Emperor. I liked Zane as the Ice Emperor. I thought he could have been a little bit more intimidating, though. I mean, he did commit, like, mass genocide or whatever, so I guess. I guess you could say he was pretty intimidating. I liked him overall. I liked it a lot, actually, the Ice Emperor being Zane. Kind of predictable. You could see the twist coming a mile away, but still pretty cool, I will say. Round of applause for actually going back and renaming every stream. It actually didn't take that long. It actually didn't take as long as I thought it would. I think it took maybe 20 minutes at most, so it was actually a pretty straightforward thing. I just kind of looked at the episode list, thought of a nice pun with the word stream. Some of them I'm a little bit more proud of than others, some of the stream puns, but, you know, I'll put more thought into the titles as we continue on here. Season 6? Sure. Season 6 pictures. Skybound. There we go. Anything fun planned for today? No, unfortunately not. Just doing another casual stream. I did change some of these stream settings, though, so my main goal for this stream is to see how the stream runs on the updated settings. My goal was to stop all the buffering images that was happening over the last couple of streams. So hopefully that goes well today. Tomorrow, though, we're going to be doing trivia, so that should be pretty fun. If you guys want to partake in that tomorrow, feel free to come back. So, yeah. Do I think that Ultraviolet will come back in Season 16? I mean, I don't see why not. They could totally bring back Ultraviolet if they wanted to. She's kind of one of those characters that you can use to fill a spot if you need to. Like, she could be, like, cannon fodder for the villain army, if I'm being honest. She wouldn't be a main villain, but, you know, she could be, like, a nice placeholder. You know what I'm saying? I don't see any reason why they couldn't bring her back. Why would you make a fake stream? This is the stream of deception. Yeah, this actually isn't a stream right now. This is actually a pre-recorded video. Plot twist. I just could predict all of your guys' questions, obviously. That's how I've been able to answer them so far. Biggest plot twist of all time. Let's see. What else do you guys got for me? Do I think we should learn more about Zane's power source? I mean, the power source is pretty, it's not really something that has a lot of answers to it, I will say. It just kind of exists, especially the new one after Zane rebuilt himself, after, you know, he decided to rebuild himself into the Titanium Ninja. Yeah, I feel like if we got a little bit more context about his power source or how exactly his titanium body works, I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I also don't think it's necessary. I mean, Zane's had his titanium body for how many years now? Seems to be working out just fine for the guy. But yeah, his power source, I wouldn't mind learning a little bit more about that. Only one can stream. Yes, they can. It shall be me. Yes, only one of us can stream. There can only be one YouTube stream at any given time. And I paid for the 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. time slot. So, I paid Google for that time slot. It's been treating me well, I will say. Opinions on Clancy. Clancy's a fun character. I got no issues with Clancy boy. I'm not really sure what type of Serpentine he's supposed to be, though. Is he supposed to be Venomari? Is he some type of hybrid? Was that confirmed? Feel free to enlighten me in the comments. But yeah, Clancy's a cool character. I don't mind Clancy. Not really my favorite of these Sky Pirates, but still not a bad character. Not as bad as, like, I don't know. Who's a Sky Pirate that I don't like? Dogshank? Yeah, let's go with that. I like Flintlock, though. Flintlock is cool. Clancy's underrated. He's pretty cool. Not sure if he's underrated, though. He's a hybrid? What is he a hybrid of, then? Is he Venomari something else? Half Venomari, half Fangpire? Or does he just look like that because he's a hybrid of a couple different Serpentines, Venomari and Hypnobrai? He's got to be Venomari and something, because the guy's green, right? Venomari are green by default. The dude's got to be green. Place your bets in the chat. What type of hybrid is Clancy? What is he a mix of? What type of Serpentine mixture is he? Thoughts on Kai being the Green Ninja? Yeah, never really a big fan of that. I mean, Kai, I never really thought that he was going to be the Green Ninja. I know the series kind of hinted towards that being a possibility, but honestly, I never found Kai Green Ninja material. If anything, I found Nia more Green Ninja material than Kai. Just my personal thoughts on that. I think maybe Nia should have been the Green Ninja if Lloyd had not been introduced. They totally should have done that. Worst Ninjago core set. I mean, which one do I not have? I don't have the Fire Dragon set, but apparently that one's pretty good. I'd say probably the Lloyd's Junior's mech, obviously, but if you can't pick that one, maybe Jay's Thunder Dragon, but I don't know, Jay's Thunder Dragon, I actually own that one. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. It's a harmless blue little dragon. Blue little dragon, it's good, for the most part. Season 11 pictures? Sure. Do you want Fire Chapter or Ice Chapter, though? I'm thinking maybe Ice Chapter. Ice Chapter is always fun to look at. Zane's mech. I don't know. I like Zane's mech a lot for core. It's a lot better than Lloyd's. That's for sure. Like Lloyd's Junior's mech. Zane's mech. Zane's mech is a lot better, in my opinion. Favorite and least favorite season? Favorite is definitely season 4 tournament. Least favorite? Maybe Day of the Departed if you can count that. Otherwise, maybe season 11 Fire Chapter. Who knows? One of those. We have a $4.99 donation from our good friend Maximus. Thank you very much, Maximus, for the $4.99 donation. Can't really say your full name there, bud. Might get demonetized, but thank you very much for the $4.99. Well, what is your question? You know what I like about the core dragons? Making custom dragons.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Are the pizza times kind of quiet? Do you guys? Seems like maybe pizza time's kind of quiet today. You know what I love about the core dragons? Making custom dragons. I'm thinking of building the lightning and fire dragon as a $70 set. Yeah, I mean, that is something that is true about the core dragons. They do give you some opportunity to customize the things. They're easy to take apart, add more to. That is one thing that I really enjoy about core as well. Thank you, Maximus, for the $4.99. That's a good point. That's actually a good idea. Maybe I should do that as well with the dragons that I have. I'd have to get the fire dragon first, but that should be easy enough to get my hands on. I still see it around at stores and whatnot. So, let's see. Can we do a poll on the best Sons of Garmadon antagonist? We probably could. I mean, we were talking about trying polls. Why don't we do that? Should we vote for your favorite general, though? Like, who's the best general out of these Sons of Garmadon? Because we have 3, right? We have Ultraviolet, Mr. E, and Kilo. Why don't we try that? We'll see if the stream runs a little bit, how it runs with the poll. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. What should we do? Who's first? Probably, we'll do Ultraviolet. Ultraviolet is first, followed by Mr. E, and then Kilo will be the last one here. How do you spell Kilo? Is it Kill O-W? Oh, and Harumi too. Yeah. Should we add Harumi? I feel like if we add Harumi, she might just sweep the... Actually, you know what? Let's add Harumi. Because Mr. E might do the same thing. Let's add Harumi. Best SOG. General / leader? I don't know. Sure, let's try that. All right, feel free to vote in the poll right here. We'll see how this handles with the stream settings that we have right now. Once again, folks, just doing another one of these streams where we just try to see if the settings work. Yesterday, whenever we had a poll, it would crash. So, gonna see if the poll crashes the stream today or not. I'm jealous of you because you got the DBX. I mean, the DBX, the set itself, with the DBX, it didn't come in individual bags, obviously. It just came as one big, like, Ziploc bag, if you will, just all in one bag. And if I'm being honest, the bag kind of smells like cigarette smoke, so that was kind of fun. But you know what? You know, it's still going to be a fun set when it's all put together. I found it online for pretty cheap, so... yeah, I'd recommend grabbing it if you can. Find it for a reasonable price. There was someone on Mercari that was selling it as well, for cheaper. Unfortunately, though, someone had already bought that. So, yeah, I'm excited to put it together. Would I restart the stream if it crashed? Yeah, probably. I probably would try to restart it. We seem to be running fine, though. The poll seems to be running fine. Nothing too crazy about that. The stream's still going strong, so I think we finally figured it out. I just think I had to readjust the settings a little bit because, honestly, like I said, we don't really need to stream at 4K. That's quite all right. Have I seen any of the Jurassic Park films? Excited for the new one because dinosaurs are awesome. I have seen all of the Jurassic Park movies. I own all of them on the Blu-rays as well. And I really, really love the first Jurassic Park. That was one of my favorite movies, one of my first favorite movies. I loved Jurassic Park. Unfortunately, for literally every other sequel that follows, I just don't really care for them all that much. Jurassic Park 2 I thought was pretty mediocre. Jurassic Park 3 is fun, but still not great. Jurassic World, I didn't think it was all that bad, but Fallen Kingdom, man, I do not like Fallen Kingdom. Just my personal thoughts. But yeah, earlier today they did put out the trailer for the new Jurassic World. It honestly looks good. I'm excited for it. The trailer looks awesome. You're bringing back some of the older characters from the first movie and merging them with the Chris Pratt gang. I'm excited to see that. Unfortunately, I'm also just kind of worried about it because of how much I did not like Fallen Kingdom. So yeah, just my quick thoughts on the Jurassic Park films. I think the first one is fantastic. One of the better movies that's ever been made, in my opinion. I love the first Jurassic Park. Fallen Kingdom was too long. It was just kind of boring, you know? It was also kind of stupid with, like, the whole cloning plot or whatever. Like, the girl's, like, a clone or something. Wow, fantastic. I didn't need that in my Jurassic Park movie. I don't know. It just didn't seem like a Jurassic Park movie. It felt like it was trying to be, like, something else entirely. But, you know, it has some good stuff in it. All of the Jurassic Park movies have something good about them. Jurassic Park 3 is like the island from Ninjago. I think Fallen Kingdom is overhated. I see a lot of people hate on Fallen Kingdom too. For the most part, I kind of agree. I don't really care for Fallen Kingdom all that much, personally. But you know, I opinions will be had, obviously. Jurassic Park 3 being like the island, though, I can kind of see that. Jeff Goldblum, yes, he's back. The man, the myth, the legend. I'm excited to see Sam Neill back, man. Sam Neill was my favorite character. Alan Grant. You guys remember that bit from Jurassic Park 3 where he's asleep on the airplane, then the Velociraptor says to him, Alan. That's peak cinema right there, gosh heck it. What if there was an updated Echo Zane figure? Or what would an Echo Zane figure look like? Probably similar to how the original looked. Maybe some updated colors. Maybe they can make it a little bit more metallic. That'd be nice. Maybe make it a nice metallic gold. Similar to the C-3PO from Star Wars. Those figures. You know, maybe they could do something like that. Update the design a little bit. Maybe make his face more akin to the modern day version of Zane as well. We need dinosaurs in Ninjago now. That'd be awesome if Ninjago did a dinosaur season. We've had dragons, so why not, man? Give them some dinosaurs. In response to my recent video, would I be surprised if Pythor wasn't the villain behind the Venstone in Season 16? Is there anyone else who has that potential? I do think other villains have the potential to be like the main Venstone buyer, but from what we know so far, the villains that we know are coming back next year, confirmed by the set list, to me, Pythor seems the most likely. I mean, Harumi, maybe. Asphira, probably not. She's been in prison this whole time, so it's probably not going to be Asphira. With the Skull Sorcerer, he's pretty much been imprisoned as well. I think that Pythor is probably the best bet in terms of like the main Venstone buyer. But if there could be another villain out there, that's obviously fine. I just think from what we know right now, Pythor is probably the best bet. Fugitive has it, or Fugitive is behind it all. Pixel has nothing on him because he's that good. I don't know about that. I mean, Fugitive is kind of cool, but I don't think he's that cool. The Grundle is like a dinosaur. True. The Grundle was basically Ninjago's version of dinosaur. An ancient being that is now extinct. Yeah, I agree with that statement. The Grundle is pretty much like a dinosaur. Dinosaurs are just dragons without the wings. That's also true. I could see if maybe Ninjago did dinosaurs. I could see the common criticism being, oh, the dinosaurs are too similar to dragons. I can see that being the case. Think Fugitive's in Cryptarium because he's crazy. I think he's in Cryptarium because he wants to be there. I think he just volunteered to be there one day and they were like, you know what? Sure, whatever. It's like, have you guys seen Peacemaker? It's like the bit where Vigilante throws the trash can at the prison just to get arrested. It's pretty much just like that. He just did something super minor to get himself put in there just because he wanted to be in there. Did I know that Futurama got uncanceled? Yeah, they're bringing Futurama back. I was never really a big fan of Futurama. It's an okay show. I've seen a little bit of it. I heard they're not bringing back John DiMaggio though. Joe DiMaggio? John DiMaggio? I think it's John. Yeah, they're not bringing him back. Voice of Bender. Kind of sucks. They should probably bring back everybody, right? If they're doing a reboot or like a revival of it, they should probably bring them back. Let's see. Thoughts on Harumi being good? Harumi being good, I could pretty much see that being the case, man. I mean, Harumi pretty much redeemed herself right before she died. So if she comes back as being good, it would pretty much be similar to Moro during Day of the Departed. You know, I mean, he was good in Day of the Departed, but he kind of started off the special being sort of evil. Like, ooh, I'm evil, look out for me. I could see Harumi doing a similar thing if she comes back in season 16. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, though. A streamer I was watching was doing a buying stuff on Amazon stream, and I got him to buy Lloyd's Race Car Evo. There was a $100 limit. Nice. What streamer was that? What streamer bought that? Lloyd's Race Car Evo. Pretty good set, though. Hope that streamer enjoys it. Favorite Ninjago line? Like favorite line, like favorite quote, or favorite line, like favorite set line? For favorite quote, I mean, you know, never put off until tomorrow what can be done today. It got me through high school, so I'd have to say that one. In terms of like set line, which Ninjago set line is my favorite? Probably the Ninjago movie. The Ninjago movie sets were fantastic. How are we doing on the poll? It seems to be running fairly fine. Mr. E is winning, but he's pretty much neck and neck with Harumi. They're both at 41% right now. But Kilo, poor Kilo. Nobody likes Kilo, huh? Not surprised. Kilo's kind of an interesting character. You got to be in the right mood to like Kilo, to be honest. So I get it. I understand. Made a reaction video to Skylar being in Lego Brawls because I was today years old when I found out she's in it. Yeah, Lego Brawls, I don't know a whole lot about. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know Skylar was in that game either. You know, Lego Brawls, I'm not really super familiar with it. We're gonna let the poll run for a little bit longer. Mr. E suddenly just jumped up in points, so we're gonna let it run for a little bit. Cyan Cloud on Twitch, he was buying everything for his girlfriend for Valentine's Day. That's a cool idea, like getting people to buy things on Amazon. That's not a bad idea for a stream. If I had more disposable income, maybe I'd do something similar. Is Nia coming back? Yeah, probably. Yeah, Nia's probably going to be coming back in season 16. Would not be surprised. Haven't really been following the season 16 news. Heard it's supposed to be big. Can I recap everything that's been going on for the new season so I can catch up on all the news? Long story short, essentially we have a set list right now. And the set list reveals a whole bunch of crazy stuff, like Golden Power possibly coming back, lots of gold, lots of older villains returning. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the general, I guess, big news that's going on right now. It's the biggest news that we got for the next season since the ending of Seabound. So, yeah, basically the big news right now is that set list. I do have a playlist on my channel as well with all of the season 16 news in it. So if you're curious enough to check that out, I'd recommend doing it. It's pretty much an easy way to find all the news. I'd recommend watching some of the more recent ones too, because sometimes, of course, news gets outdated, new updates come out, so I'd recommend checking out my playlist. I have it up on the channel. It's easy enough to find. Let's see. Thoughts on Pythor being white in Season 16? Yeah, sure. I like white Pythor. White Pythor is cool. Don't really mind Pythor being in the white coloring. I kind of prefer white Pythor opposed to purple Pythor, gonna be honest. You know what? Why don't we do that for another poll? What version of Pythor is better, white or purple? Mr. E won the Sons of Garmadon General/Leader poll, so congratulations, fans of Mr. E. Season 14 pictures, you got it. The Island. What kind of bear is best? False. Black bear. Which version of Pythor is the best? Do you guys prefer purple Pythor or white Pythor? What's your preferred flavor of Pythor? Take a vote, folks. Take a vote. Let's see. What else you guys got for me here? Do I think that Moro could stop a Category 5 tornado from hitting Ninjago City? If he tried hard enough, probably. He probably could if he truly believed in himself. I think that could work out. Thoughts on the Garmadon comic in 2022? I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be interesting to see where that guy is following March of the Oni. Because the dude just straight up vanished. It's like, what the heck? Where'd you go, Garmadon? I'm excited to see where he is and what he's been doing. Thoughts on Nia being a samurai? Yeah, interesting that they're bringing back that back potentially, because Nia apparently is going to be the owner of the new Samurai X mech, which is going to be a set for summer 2022. That's interesting. Wonder why they're doing that. I think it's weird, but I'm also very intrigued. I want to see what they're going to do with that story. Do I prefer the ninja with headbands? The headbands are cool. I really like the look in the island with the headbands and the half masks. I really like how some of the newer Ninjago sets are including those hair pieces again with the headbands. Always nice to have more of those lying around. You can make different looks and whatnot with your Ninjago figures. I don't mind the headbands. I think they're cool. Especially Cole. Cole looks the best with the headband.
Pizza time.
We have Jose 199, white Pythor because he's white. Yeah. whatever floats your boat, my guy. White Pythor because he's white. I do appreciate the 199 though, Jose. Thank you very much for the 199 donation. Always appreciated. The white and the purple Pythor are pretty much tied right now. White Pythor is winning just by a little bit, but purple's pretty much neck and neck with it. Can I read Ninjago? I know a few of the symbols. I probably couldn't read it like full on, like sentence to sentence, but I know a couple of the symbols, mainly the symbols that the ninja have on their outfits, because most of the time it's their first letter of their first name. Fun little factoid there. Do I ship Vanya and Nia? Not really. I think they might have potential together, but I don't really ship them together. I ship them more with other people. But that is an interesting couple to think about, though. Not sure how that would go over, though. If anything, I ship Nia and Harumi. I think they have some fun banter in Season 8. Opinions on pineapple on pizza? Oh, pineapple on pizza is fantastic, man. People that tell you it's not fantastic, they need to reevaluate their life, you know what I'm saying? Pineapple on pizza is amazing. Just my personal thoughts on that. Do I ship Nia and Jay? Yeah. They're probably my favorite canonical Ninjago couple. Would I prefer Garmadon to come back as a good guy or a bad guy? That is a good question. I think that if Garmadon comes back, he should be a good guy, but he should retain his Emperor or Lord Garmadon form, you know? Make it a nice, healthy combination of both. Have the Sensei Garmadon personality and ideals, but the Lord Garmadon body. I think that would be an awesome way to bring Garmadon back. We're probably going to see what's going to be going on with Garmadon, though. How he's going to be conflicted with his good and evil side. I think that's going to be a really big plot point of that comic series. What if all the ninja turned into Ninjroids with voice filters and all? That'd be a pretty weird way to bring Ninjago, but, you know, if that were to happen, that certainly would be interesting. Maybe for a what-if scenario, Ninjago could do that. What if the entire team was a Ninjroid? What if the entire team were Ninjroids? Opinions on fries with ice cream? Works good with vanilla ice cream, but any other flavor of ice cream, probably not. But vanilla ice cream and fries, yep, that's a good time. Can confirm. Which Harumi outfit do I like better? Definitely the quiet one outfit when she dons the black with the red mask or whatever, the red war paint on her face. I like that a lot. Not super big on the original princess outfit, not super big on the Avatar Harumi. Though Avatar Harumi reminds me a lot of Kill Bill, so that totally was probably the influence for that Avatar Harumi design. I have to take a sip of my water. Whew. Good lord. Let's see. Someone might challenge me to a Skylar 1v1 on Lego Brawls to see who's the bigger simp. Well, I'm rooting for you, man. Hopefully that battle goes well in your favor. I'm rooting for you. Works with chocolate frosty, but not ice cream. I haven't tried that. I've only tried fries with vanilla ice cream. You guys are making me hungry. Gosh, heck. I haven't eaten today. However, I do have a couple of Subway cards still left over, so maybe I will run to Subway after the stream wraps up. Never got casual Harumi. Yeah, I kind of wish we did. You know, casual Harumi's outfit was awesome. I wish we would have got that as a figure. They probably should have made that instead of the weird stonified mask of hatred Harumi that they came out with for that one Bricktober pack that one time. Maybe they should have done casual Harumi instead. I would have preferred that. Man, purple Pythor and white Pythor are very much neck and neck here. We seem very split on which version of Pythor is best. I'm on team white Pythor. Me personally, I think white Pythor is a little bit more of an appealing design. I also like how the white contrasts with the little bit of purple that he has on his body still. I like that color combination. Can I name my favorite ninja from first to last? All right, so right now here is my current ranking of the ninja. Number one is Cole. Number 2 is Zane. Number 3 is Lloyd. Number 4 is probably Jay. 5 is Nia, and 6 is Kai. That's how I would rank the ninja from best to worst, in my opinion. Nothing against Kai. Kai's totally fine as a character, as a person, but he just so happens to be my least favorite. It's got to be someone in the least favorite spot, right? Got to be someone there. Thinking of Purple Pythor as a character, that's true. That's true. The characters are kind of different, I will say. Odd Ones Out reference. Oh, for the subway. Yeah, Odd Ones Out. I used to watch his videos all the time, but eventually I just stopped. He did some questionable things with mobile games, and it kind of threw me off a little bit. I was like, all right, there, Odd Ones Out. I see ya. I still think his content is fantastic. Separate the art from the artist a little bit, stuff like that. I like his Subway videos though. That's how I always think about Subway now. Yeah, Nia used to be my least favorite, but after Seabound, she pretty much swapped places with Kai. Season 8 pictures, you got it. Sons of Garmadon. New or old Ninjago? That's a good question. I think that personally both of them have their ups and downs, but older Ninjago is probably a little bit more classic, in my opinion, a little bit more nostalgic. New Ninjago has some pretty good points, though. Has some pretty good high points, but I'm going to have to go with older Ninjago, I think, in terms of how the show made me feel, I guess. I like the older seasons a lot more in the way that I can, look back on them with fond memories and nostalgia. That's basically all there is to it, nostalgia. But new Ninjago is still fantastic in its own way, obviously. I don't really have an issue with new Ninjago personally. I think the designs of the characters are a lot better. A little bit of a subscription from Random Girl. Thank you very much for the subscription. Always appreciated. Let's see. Which ninja has the best character arc? Honestly, Lloyd's arc has been pretty fantastic. If you take a look at where Lloyd used to be and where he is now, that's a pretty big jump. Same deal with Nia. Very different places. So I think either Lloyd or Nia, they probably had the best arc in terms of just raw development and, how far they've come. Probably Lloyd or Nia, in my own personal and humble opinion. Friend's favorite Transformers movies are Revenge of the Fallen and The Last Knight. Do I need to take him to therapy or get him help? I mean, I personally don't like those movies, man, but, opinions will be had, Can't really knock someone for their opinions, I will say. Lloyd's arc is suffering, and that's true. Stay away from Karens, always. Stay away from the Karens. You don't want to get mixed up with some Karens, folks. Not a good thing. Odd Ones Out puts more effort into his vids than I do with my schoolwork. I feel that. Especially with some of my recent classes, man. I feel like I've just been sleepwalking through school, which I don't want to have that feeling, but that's honestly what it feels like sometimes. I'm able to write papers in like a half hour, get them done. I honestly don't think the teachers care at my school about grading, I feel like they'll just give people 100 if they turn it in, which is unfortunate because if the teachers don't care enough to grade the actual assignment, it's hard for us to care about the assignment, It's hard for us to put an effort when they don't put an effort, and vice versa. So, just some minor thoughts about the education system. We could all do better. We could all try harder. So, yeah, Pixel's cute. I agree. Very much agree. If I could visit any state, what would it be? You can't have visited the state already. Ooh. As much smack as I talk about Florida, I kind of want to visit Florida. I've never been to Florida before. I kind of want to try it out just once. Just once in my life. Probably will never go back, but just once I'd like to go to Florida and visit. So I'd say Florida. Have not been there. Anyone in the chat from Florida? How is it? Feel free to let me know. Let me know. Let's go ahead and end off the Pythor poll as well. White Pythor won just by a little bit. Just by a little bit. It was pretty close. Purple Pythor and White Pythor are both fantastic Pythors. So can't really go wrong with either. But White Pythor won the poll. So congratulations, fans of White Pythor. Me in Canada. I want to visit Canada too. Like, Canada seems fun. I want to visit there at some point as well. Don't visit Florida in the summer. Biggest mistake of my life. No, I'd probably go during like the winter or maybe like the spring. Yeah, visiting Florida in the summer, that is a no-go for me. I've already pretty much decided that I'm not going to be visiting Florida in the summer. Want to go to Legoland in Florida. Is that where Legoland is? Yeah, Legoland. Watch the 4D Ninjago movie in Legoland. Yeah, why not go to Florida? Totally go to Legoland. If I had enough money, man, we'd fund a trip. We'd take everyone out on a field trip. It'd be fun. All of you'd be coming with me to Florida. Legoland field trip. Here we go. Nah, I unfortunately don't have the funds. But if I did, I'd do that for y'all. Florida and California? All right, fair enough. It's pretty much like Disney World then, yeah? Isn't there a Disney in California and Florida? Interesting. Going to Legoland for my birthday. Jealous. Hope you have fun there. Seems to be a fun place. One in New York as well. Interesting. I did not hear about that. A New York Legoland. That's interesting. Yeah, another comment about New York Legoland. Curious. Legoland or Disney? Probably Legoland, yeah? What about Idaho? I've not been to Idaho. Idaho is not really my first choice for for states to visit, not gonna lie. Idaho. I know nothing about Idaho. I've got no family there. I've got no reason to visit Idaho, unfortunately. Eventually, before my life ends, I would like to visit every state. That's on my bucket list. Visit every state. There's Legoland in Massachusetts as well. Is there actually? Curious. Texas, I'd like to go to Dallas. You sound like you're from the South. Am I from the South? No, I'm actually from the North. I'm from the middle of Wisconsin. Well, originally from Upper Michigan, which I do plan on moving back to eventually. But no, I'm currently in the middle of Wisconsin. Interesting. No one's ever said I sound Southern before. No, I'm from the North. Fun fact. Canada, I'd like to visit Vancouver. Because Vancouver is obviously where the Ninjago voice cast records. That could be fun. It's also where a lot of other movies are shot as well. Vancouver is like a hot spot for movies and TV shows. So I'd like to visit Vancouver at some point. Why not? I wish I had family in Canada. What are my grades currently? I think I ended this current term. We just got done with our whatever number term this is. I ended with 2 A's, but one of them was an A-. But still an A, though. Still an A, though. But an A and an A-. So, you know. I think I'm doing pretty well for myself, all things considered. I want to visit Dallas because of the JFK history there. Yeah, that could be cool. It's pretty much like when I went to New York. Lots of historical stuff in New York that you could visit. Lots of really cool museums, lots of stuff like that. Same deal with Louisiana when I visited there. A lot of really cool museums. Do I watch Stranger Things? Nah, Stranger Things I just kind of missed out on. I'm not really a big Stranger Things guy, personally. I've never seen any of it, but if I were to watch it, I think I would enjoy it. How old am I? 22. 22, the big 22, 22. 22. Yeah, 22. I'm 22. You live in New York? I visited New York before. New York is awesome. I visited New York City. New York City's fun, but good lord, is it big. Kind of chaotic, too. Yeah, I'm a grandpa. I feel old. You guys make me feel old sometimes, man. I'm only 22. I don't even have kids yet, bro. I was just talking to one of my friends about how a lot of our classmates are married with kids. I'm like, bro, really? We're all like early 20s, dude. What is going on? What is happening? I mean, I'm not going to judge anyone for their lifestyle, but like, I ain't going to have kids right now. No, thank you. Live in Massachusetts. It's a disaster up here. I don't think I've ever been to Massachusetts. I don't think I've ever visited there before. Not sure if with that being said, I can't really agree that it's a disaster. I don't know about that. I don't live there. Do not live there. Do I consider the core shorts childish? Childish, I don't think is the right word to describe the core shorts. I mean, the shorts themselves are obviously meant for children, but I don't think they're childish by definition. I think they're just sort of a little bit more light, I'd say. A little bit more, maybe less deep, a little bit more light, I'd say. Probably a good way to describe the core shorts, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't say childish, no. Let's see. Bada bing, bada boom. Have I watched Karate Kid Cobra Kai? I have not. I've seen the original Karate Kid movie. Have not watched Cobra Kai. So, what kind of reunion do I think Garmadon and Lloyd could have? I think they could have a very heartfelt reunion if everything works out. Like if Garmadon fully comes back to the light side, I think he and Lloyd could totally make it work again. Similar to how it worked during Garmadon's time as Sensei Garmadon. I kind of want that for them again. That could be nice to see. Season 5 pictures? Sure. Do I watch Rick and Morty? I do watch Rick and Morty. I've seen the new season, and I've seen every episode prior. Rick and Morty is pretty funny, I'd say. Especially this more recent season, man. Real good stuff. Do some episodes feel cheesy? Of Ninjago? Yeah, totally. But that's just the appeal of the show. It's supposed to be cheese, sometimes. But I think for the most part, Ninjago episodes are pretty well-rounded for like a Ninjago show, for like a kid's show. I don't think it has any business being as good as it is. So, I'm happy about it. Happy about that. It's pretty good quality. Got Harvard and MIT here. We ain't so bad. Yeah, there's no way in heck I'm getting into Harvard or MIT, but, MIT, that was like the Spooderman college, right? That's what Spider-Man was trying to get into during the new film. He was like, man, I got to get my friends into MIT. Boy, I wish I could. Let's see. Do I have any siblings? And if I do they like Ninjago? I do have siblings. I have a couple of younger siblings, a younger brother and a younger sister. Unfortunately, my younger brother is no longer into Ninjago. He used to be when it first started up, but not so much these days. My sister, no, doesn't really know a whole lot about Ninjago. So I'm the only one that likes Ninjago in my family, but that's okay. That's all right. They have their own things going on. They have their own stuff to worry about, and I respect that. I don't see much of a reason traveling here except maybe to go to the public garden or some historical places. Yeah, I eventually, as I said, I do want to visit all of the U.S. states eventually. I want to make my way through them. I've already been to a pretty large amount of them, I will say. So hopefully getting to visit the ones that I haven't just yet, hopefully that won't be too bad. Won't be too difficult, but I don't know how to feel about that. Do I think Captain America is boring? The character, not so much. Not even the movies, I don't think they're all that terrible. The first Captain America movie is probably the weakest one, but it's not awful by any means. So, no, Captain America is a pretty good character. I like him a lot. I just prefer, like, Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? Iron Man. Have I seen Sledgehammer? I have not. I'm not sure what Sledgehammer is. Sledgehammer? Avatar Kai is a reference to Cobra Kai. Is it actually? Is that like the red Shogun? Is that what that's a reference to? I have not, I do not know that then. I'm not familiar with that. Entire family is mad at Captain America for abandoning Bucky. I mean, what, like during Endgame when he wanted to go back and live his life? I mean, he kind of deserved it. Like, Steve Rogers deserved to go back and live his life as he wanted. And Bucky understood that, We saw that in the Falcon Winter Soldier, whatever. Or are you talking about the bit where Bucky fell off the train? In which case, they thought he was dead, so you can't really blame the guy. Seabound picks? Sure. We could do Seabound. Seabound. Could have brought Bucky with him. Yeah, that is true, I guess you could say. I suppose he could have brought Bucky back. But who knows what Bucky's life, like, what did he want for his own life, Like, Steve can't decide that. That's not fair of Steve to decide that. But I think he could have given him a heads up, like, hey, man, I'm going to go back in time and live out the rest of my days with my my World War II wife, so I'll see ya. And then he just kind of dips. I do think he could have probably mentioned that. Why do Pixel and Nia have the same hair? That's a good question. That is kind of annoying, honestly. I do think they could have switched that up a little bit if they really wanted to. Well, originally they didn't have the same hair, but nowadays they do. It's literally the same exact piece. Have you ever read the Wings of Fire book series? I have not. I've not really heard of that. Not sure what Wings of Fire is all about. Favorite Marvel movie? MCU movie, my favorite one is Iron Man. The first Iron Man is my favorite MCU movie. My least favorite is probably Captain Marvel. Not a big fan of that movie. In the episode, it said that the Grundle is part of the Dromaeosaur family, which is real-life dinosaur family whose members include the infamous raptors. Really? That's a nice bit of Ninjago trivia. I did not know that. That's interesting to think about. Speaking of raptors, in the new Jurassic World trailer, do the raptors finally have feathers? I think that's what I saw on Twitter today. That's awesome. Should give all the dinosaurs feathers. I think feathered dinosaurs are amazing. And from what I can understand, they are also historically accurate. Favorite Bayverse movie? Probably the first one. Dark of the Moon's pretty good, though. So that's a solid choice for your favorite. Honestly, out of the Transformers movies, the first one's good. Dark of the Moon is good. 2, 4, and 5 are not good, in my opinion. That's pretty much how I would split them out. Brother says that Rebooted is the worst season. Yeah, I don't know why people hate on Rebooted so much, man. In my opinion, there are definitely worse seasons out there than Rebooted. That's for sure. Least favorite subject. In school, I was never really good at math. Like algebra, geometry, I was never good at math. I also took a chemistry class at one point. I was not good at chemistry. But I was really good at like English and stuff like that, computer classes, got to get a couple of certifications through some of my computer classes. So, school was kind of 50-50 for me. You guys know how it goes. Let's see. Are there ever times where you forget that they are Lego figures? Oh, for sure. I think everybody has that happen. The Ninjago characters in the show move so fluidly and with such motion and grace that it's hard to even imagine them to be Lego figures. If you take a look at a Lego figure, like in real life, there's only so much that you can do to pose that thing around. It's very stiff, very limited in what you can do with it. In the Ninjago series, though, yeah, they do all kinds of crazy stuff. It's not like the Lego movie where all the dynamic movement is coming from the real life articulation of the Lego figure. Ninjago has a little bit more freedom with that. So yeah, I do often forget that they are Lego figures. And also it kind of helps that nothing else in the world is also Lego. You know, it's just the characters. Nothing else in the world is Lego. Aside from, like, obviously some of the minor elements and stuff are shaped like Lego pieces, but, like, you know, for the most part, the ninja are the characters in the show are the only Lego things about it. So, you know, opinions on third-party Transformers figures. From what I've seen, I've also owned a couple of third-party figures in my day. They are pretty much a lot better than regular Transformers figures. I will say, though, the mainline Transformers series, especially with, like, Kingdom and stuff like that, they've been stepping it up with Kingdom. The Kingdom figures are amazing. And all of the, like, War for Cybertron trilogy stuff, those figures are awesome. But, you know, third-party stuff gets better sometimes. Lloyd sounds like a hippie in the Lego movie. Oh, in the Lego movie. Yeah. I can see that. Do I like the Ninjago movie? I do like the Ninjago movie. The Ninjago movie is very good for me, personally. I like it a lot. It's one of my comfort films. I put it on whenever I'm feeling bad or sick. Or just kind of down, you know? Almost broke Corjay's arm because I thought it would move around more. Yeah, I mean, Lego figures have pretty stiff articulation. You can't really do much with them. Just kind of make them stand there and they look pretty on the shelf. That's about all I do with them. Thoughts on Transformers 5? Not a good movie. What Transformers Legacy figure do I want the most? I think they're coming out with, for Legacy, aren't they coming out with like Tarantulas and Inferno from Beast Wars? I want those guys, because then I'll be able to complete my Beast Wars collection. Because Tarantulas is one of my favorite Beast Wars characters, and he was mysteriously absent from Kingdom. I was like, what the heck, you guys? But, you know, probably those guys. I kind of want to get the Laser Optimus Prime or whatever it's called. It's like the design from RID. I kind of want that. That looks kind of cool. I'm not super big on the Legacy, Bulkhead, RC, like the Transformers Prime stuff. Not big on that. I think they could have done that a little better. If you want my personal opinion on the Transformers stuff. Yeah, for those of you guys that don't know, Transformers has a new line right now called Transformers Legacy. And Ninjago has a line called Ninjago Legacy. So it's kind of cool seeing two series that I like have similar, like, sub-themes. I like that a lot. Have I seen The Amazing World of Gumball? I have. I watched the first couple of seasons, maybe. I've not seen the entire show. I remember it being pretty funny when I was younger. Thoughts on Garmadon coming back in Season 16? I hope that Garmadon comes back. That would be nice. I'd like that a lot. Most disappointing Ninjago set. Yours is the Ice Tank. I never got the Ice Tank. The Ice Tank looks pretty cool, though, from what I've seen, but if it's disappointing, I'm not going to bother going back and grabbing it. I think, to me, my most disappointing set is probably the Samurai X-Cave Chaos. Big set. Paid a lot for it. Don't really like it. That pretty much got taken apart immediately after buying it, because I did not like the Samurai X-Cave Chaos set. That might be one of my least favorite sets ever. Opinions on the Transformers Prime movie? Predacons Rising? Good movie. Like it a lot. Predacons Rising is pretty cool. With only a couple of minutes left in the stream, though, you guys, let's turn things over to some rapid-fire questions. Anything that I can answer is just a quick sentence or two. That'll be a pretty good way to round out the stream today. We're almost out of time. What images should we end on? Why don't we do... What should we do? What haven't we done in a minute? Hunted? We haven't done Hunted in a while. Let's end on Hunted. Did I sell it? Oh, no, I took it apart and used the parts for other things. That was before I decided to start selling some of my older Lego stuff. So, how would I rate Ninjago out of a scale of 100? I mean, Ninjago's pretty good. I'd probably rate it in the 90s, if I'm being honest. It's pretty good. I'd say 90s. Maybe 90 out of 100. 9 out of 10. That's an A-. Why not? Weirdest villain. Ooh, weirdest villain. There's been lots of weirdos out there. I mean, Master Chen is weird, but good God, is he funny. I'd say Chen. He probably deserves the best, the title of weirdest villain. We have a subscription from I Caused Dizziness. All right, that's quite the name. Epic. Best animated Ninjago episode, like animated like the 2D art style. I quite enjoy The Absolute Worst. I think that's pretty fun, actually. We have a $9.99 donation from our good friend Maximus again. Thank you very much, Maximus, for the $9.99. Thoughts on the original concept idea for the Ninjago movie and what leg prints would work on the techno suits? The original concept for the Ninjago movie was what, the time travel stuff? I think that could have worked out well if they didn't literally already do that with Hands of Time. So, I don't know, I kind of like the newer Ninjago movies concepts, or like the actual movie that came out. I like that concept a little more.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. What leg prints would work on the techno suits? It's a good question. Maybe the tournament robes, those legs, perhaps. Otherwise, maybe just the originals, just with the standard belt. Simple sometimes is better. Sometimes less is more. But thank you, MG, for the $9.99 donation. Always appreciated. Our good friend Maximus. The prettiest Ninjago episode? Ooh, I gotcha. Prettiest. Oh, I see what you mean. Best animation. I mean, some of the March of the Oni episodes are pretty good, especially endings with, like, the grasslands. That was really pretty to look at. I like that one a lot. Probably, endings. Did I say endings? I might have said awakenings. I meant endings. Endings. Gosh, heck. Thoughts on the upcoming Beast Wars movie? I'm excited for it. I'm kind of disappointed that it got delayed, though. But if it makes it a better movie, then I'm all for that, man. I do not want another bad Transformers movie. Gonna be honest. What is the rumored release date of these summer sets? Right now we have a date of June 1st, but that's always subject to change. But June 1st right now is what we have for a rumored release date for these summer stuff. So, watch out for June, Ninjago fans. Most likely it's going to be August for people that live in the States, as per usual. Have I seen the new Peacemaker episode? I have. And Peacemaker continues to be fantastic every single week. That's like my favorite show that's running right now. I love Peacemaker. A lot better than a lot of the Marvel Disney Plus stuff. When is season 16 releasing? Probably sometime in the summer as well. Seems to me like maybe it'll line up well with the whatchamacallit. What am I saying? With the sets being released. Probably will end up better in the summer. You never said Awakenings, think you inhaled too much Lego plastic. Yeah, it's this big bag full of Ninjago DBX parts that also smell like cigarette smoke. It's messing me up. Whoever this was, man, whoever this seller was, maybe you shouldn't be smoking inside, bud. Take it outside. Or even better yet, don't smoke at all. Smoking's bad, kids. Obviously. I'm not even being joking about that. I'm being serious. Smoking's bad. Don't do it. Thoughts on the summer 2022 wave? It sounds awesome. I'm excited to see set pictures. Fingers crossed they're actually good when they come out. Do I think Mr. E is coming back? Probably not. I'd say Mr. E's story is pretty much done with. What would happen if there was no Ninjago movie? The show probably would have been very different. The designs probably never would have changed, which might be interesting to think about now. You know, because we're so used to seeing these new designs. Yeah, Dead Man's Squall is really pretty too, especially with the colors during the storm. I like the bit where Kai launches the fireball up into the sky. That's a really sweet scene. They animated that one really well. How excited am I for Multiverse of Madness? I'm looking forward to it, but I don't know if I'm like super excited for it right now. I'm not as excited as I was, you know, compared to like Spider-Man. But as we get closer and closer to the movie coming out, I probably will get a little bit more excited for it. Just as of right now, I'm not like, you know, super big into it. Let's answer one more question though before we wrap things up today. One more big question. Oh, we actually have a donation, $4.99 from Jose. I'm an alcoholic, not a smoker. I mean, not sure if that's a better alternative, but you know, you do you, my guy. Just be safe about it. Thank you for the $4.99. I do enjoy a nice glass of whiskey every now and then myself, but try not to go overboard. You know what I'm saying? Don't go overboard. Let's answer one more question before we wrap things up today. We need one more big question in here. One more question. One more big question as I play patty cake with my hands. One more big question.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Thank you very much, Jose, for the $4.99. Hope you're well, bud. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's see. Let's see. What should we do? We need one more question. Okay, let's do that one because that one's kind of funny. What if Zane never found out that he was a Nindroid? That's a good question. What if Zane never found out that Zane was a Nindroid? We also have a 99-cent donation from Julia. Last minute. Thank you very much, Julia, for the 99 cents. If Zane never found out he was a Nindroid, I'm not sure how he would have operated throughout, the rest of the seasons. It's a miracle that he lasted that long.
Pizza time.
Pizza time, without realizing that he was a Nindroid. But Rebooted's ending would have been very different if he would have just blown himself up, and then he's like, oh wait, I'm in the Digiverse, man. I'm a robot. I don't know if that would have worked. I think if they wouldn't have revealed that Zane was a Nindroid, I don't know how I'd feel about that, if I'm being honest. Not sure how he wouldn't have realized that earlier, but you know what? Whatever works. Whatever works. I don't write this show. I do not know. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap up the stream for today, you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is our streaming schedule. One last time, we stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time. And as always, I will provide you guys with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab. And that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, let's get some hugs in the chat, folks. It is about that time. It is hug time. Some of you guys have already kicked that off for me. Thank you very much. Hugs, hugs, hugs all around. I will give you guys 6 hugs, one for each ninja. How about that? And let's go ahead and find our end screen. So yeah, thanks a lot for tuning in today, you guys. Today was a lot of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed. Went really well, I will say. Today's stream, I was also watching the ratings and seeing how the stream would run after I lowered the resolution. It seems to be running really well. So I feel like we can actually make these streams a success again. So thank you very much for tuning in, you guys. I appreciate it as always. Trivia tomorrow. Remember, trivia. Come back tomorrow if you want to see some Ninjago trivia go down, or if you want to take part in Ninjago trivia night. Come back tomorrow. That's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So in the meantime, though, thanks a lot for tuning into this one. I will catch you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And thanks a lot for being a fantastic audience. I will see you in the next one. Peace.